Welcome back to the Skeleton Joe Show. I'm Joe, I'm not a skeleton, but this is the show, and that's the fourth time that I've had to do that. Today we're talking about something that I got in the mail recently at the new location in Tennessee. We are not talking about the fourth, or we're not talking about the first In Search of Darkness. We're not talking about the second In Search of Darkness. We are talking about the third, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, presents In Search of Darkness, Part 3 of 80s horror documentary. I'm super excited because the first two, when I opened the first one, it was awesome. It was great. When I opened the second one, absolutely amazing. It got better and better. Now I get to open the third one, and I believe that this is the final one. So we have 1, 2, and Part 3. I believe the minutes are the same length. The first two were around 4.5 hours, so this one's probably going to be around the same. But luckily, I don't know what day of March it is. On the 28th of March, they are going to do a sale on the website where you can either get 1, 2, or 3, or whatever, or the entire trilogy plus more. Because I know In Search of Tomorrow, which is 80s sci-fi, came out. Part 2 is being done, so that's about to come out too. So keep a lookout for those on the website, and I will link that in the description so everyone can go check it out and hopefully make it to when the sale goes on, March 28th. So, but let's crack on into this. I ordered this on Halloween, and it is the first week of March, second week of March. So, but again, with all of the other two, they got delayed. Because they were supposed to start shipping in the beginning or middle of January, and then they had to start shipping at the end of February. But luckily I got this and I'm super excited. And once again, there's bubble wrap. Can't forget that. So, yeah. Like, look at this cover. You see how amazing it is, right? Like impeccable. And you don't think that can get any better, right? But look at that one. Like, that one's just... It's so good, because you have, like, a grave with a whole bunch of movies in it, and then you have the, Crypt Keeper, Grave Digger, whichever you want to call it. And, once again, that this is not the actual cover, this is a slip cover. So let me go ahead and struggle with this one like I did the last video. This one came out a lot easier, but there's that. So there you go with that. But let me go ahead and take this out of the wrap. I'm kind of sad that it's the last of them, but hopefully they do another In Search of Darkness, but another decade. Maybe early 2000s, maybe 90s, maybe 70s, something like that. But let's go ahead and open this. And once again, it comes with a booklet and the Blu-ray, obviously. But let's go ahead and open up the booklet, see what we got inside. Got table of contents, all the different types of pictures of people that were involved, all the actors and actresses and stuff like that. So that'd be really, really cool. Ooh, they have a films checklist, so that way you can watch pretty much all the movies that came out in whatever year in the decade of the 80s. That's pretty cool. And then they have Meet the Faces Behind Creator VC, which is basically the company that put this all together. It wasn't just actors and actresses and Cassandra Peterson, aka Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, but that's them. And like the second one, this one is a flip. So I think I will definitely put that one on the other side because that one looks really, really cool. Oh, I'm doing it backwards. Yeah, I hope that they do another decade, even though 80s is a pretty good decade to do, because you just have so much horror that came out in the 80s. Like, it's pretty hard to keep up with how much mainstream horror and then just random B-movie horror that came out in that time. But this one is actually even longer than the first two. This one is 342 minutes, which the other ones were around 280, which was 4.5 hours. So this is probably over 5 hours of 80s horror movies, which is going to be pretty rough to watch. You probably have to watch an hour per day for a week. And I actually met Corey Taylor in Vegas a couple of years ago, and I asked him about it because he was featured on as an interviewee. And he said, you have to plan breakfast, lunch, and dinner around these movies, and I think that's completely true. But let's go through the rest of the box. And I didn't even put this back in the case. But yeah, like, I really hope that I get to meet her again. I know she's doing some stuff around, but hopefully, you know, I get to meet her and have her sign almost every single poster that I've had that came in these boxes. I absolutely love them. And then this is cool. It's a lifetime member card of In Search of Darkness, and it looks like a VHS tape. That's really, really cool. And there's a QR code on the back, so I wonder what that's about. And like I said, summer 2023, In Search of Tomorrow Part 2 comes out. Oh. This is awkward. In Search of Darkness, 1990 to 1994, October 2023. At 90shorrordoc.com. That's pretty cool, because I didn't expect that when I turned that card around, but that's cool. So you have In Search of Tomorrow, Part 2, and then you have In Search of Darkness, 1990 to 1994. I wonder why it's only 4 years, but I guess we'll see when it comes out. Maybe they're going to do Part 2 and then another 4 or 5, I should say. But that's cool, so I'll definitely keep a look out for that, and you guys should too. But let's go ahead and look at the last thing that's in here, which unfortunately there's not a pin. I don't know if they actually were supposed to have one, and they didn't make it in time or something, but didn't get one. The second pin was my favorite, obviously, by my reaction to my last video. So let's see how many posters and what they look like in here. So, and In Search of Darkness is 1990, 1994. That's pretty interesting. I bet a lot of people are pretty excited about that. I know I am. I'm definitely going to get that. But this is cool. You have the first poster is what looks like a movie rental store. So you have that. Super, super cool. I want to get all of these posters frames. The only problem is that they're a really, really weird size. It's like, if I remember right, it's like 34 and a quarter by 27 and a half or something like that. They're really, really weird measurements to get these framed. Ooh, and definitely want to have this framed as a poster, because that cover is just so cool. Like, that guy is so cool looking. Yeah. Oh, and the gravestone says 80s horror forever. That's pretty sick. And like the clouds in the background look like skulls and stuff. You can't get better than that. Like, whoever actually did the art for these, all 3 of these, are just absolutely insane. It says who the art director is, which is Clayton Benge. I wonder if that's who did the actual art. But nevertheless, let's move on to the third and what feels like the final one. And then you have pretty much the regular Part 3 In Search of Darkness, which is really cool. I mean, I love these posters are so cool. And I say that very, very, very often because they are so cool. But and like a lot of these I don't even recognize. Like, I don't even think I recognize one person or character on this poster. I think that's the movie Mausoleum, but I'm not sure. So I'll definitely have to. Oh, Microwave Massacre. That's weird that I know that one. Well, this is going to be an interesting movie because obviously most people will know a lot from the first one and a good amount from the second one, but the third one, it looks like there's going to be absolutely almost no movies that I've ever even heard of or thought about watching. So, but you got 3 posters, the movie, and the lifetime member, which I'm not sure what the lifetime member is for. Maybe discounts or something like that. Sorry. But I'll definitely have to look into that because that's cool. I'm actually blown away by that they're actually doing a 1990 and 1994. That's pretty interesting. I wonder what the cover of that's going to look like. That's going to look... I wonder what the cover looks like. It might maybe a drive-in. That would be cool, like a drive-in type cover for 1990 and 1994. Because I feel like rental stores in the 80s were where it was at, and then in the 90s it was definitely drive-ins. So that would be really cool to look at. But once they go on sale, I will definitely pre-order that. And along with the first, second, and third one, or first and second one, the third In Search of Darkness that I just opened, it also has my name in the credits. So whenever you're looking for that and you're going through the entire long credits, look for Skeleton Joe because I'm definitely in there. But thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys pick this up. And before I say goodbye, last time I saw on Shudder, which is a horror streaming service, they did stream all 3 of these movies. So if you don't want to buy it and you just want to check them out like that, definitely go there and support not only Shudder, but also In Search of Darkness. But I will leave the link in the description so that way you guys can pick this up. Thanks for watching, and we will see, well, I will see you guys in a lot more videos now that I'm kind of settled and got over some of my personal reasons why I didn't do YouTube for a 1.5 to 2 years. So, but I'm back, and see ya.